What's up, everybody? It's Bo here, and that's right, I'm back. It's been a while. I got after the whole X-Men 97 high of it all. I've just been on a crazy mutant kick. I've been picking up Gail Simone's new Uncanny X-Men series, which has been great. I've been watching the old X-Men cartoon show with the kids. And actually, I've got a whole nother X-Men video in the works about how 97 and the old series, like where they hit the nail on the head in some areas where they, maybe have missed. But between that and the success of Deadpool and Wolverine, it's kind of hard to get excited about anything Marvel that doesn't have a mutant in it, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, big announcements, Doom and Tony and the whatnots. Fantastic Four looks like it's going to be fun, but it's Halloween, baby. And that means Marvel's got something new for us. Nope, not something old that they're just re-releasing in black and white. I'm talking brand freaking new. I'm talking about Agatha All Along. Now, this is kind of fascinating if you think about it. We've got this whole entire new miniseries, this whole entire new television show, which in and of itself is a sequel to another show. It's kind of like a season 2, but not really. It really is more like a sequel in an anthology of miniseries that will theoretically conclude with Vision Quest. So WandaVision, Agatha All Along, Vision Quest, a trilogy of miniseries. Or at least that seems like what Marvel is doing. And it's kind of interesting, right? Because of the mental trap that Wanda created at the end of the last series for Agatha, we get, at least for this first episode, a continuation of the genre-hopping nature of WandaVision. And what seems also cool is because of how presumably the story vehicle of the Witch's Road works, we may actually get that same concept, at least pseudo-reimagined. Maybe not so television, but a lot of genre hopping, possibly even in like a Star Trek Strange New Worlds kind of way. I don't know. That might just be a theory, and that's not necessarily the theory we're here to talk about. But either way, it's really cool to see how they've been able to continue that on. We've even got a lot of the returning cast from the first series. They're all here too. At least for these first few episodes. And just bizarrely, we don't have the main characters from the first season or from WandaVision. So it really truly is something all unto itself, whilst also being a sequel series and also a pseudo season 2. It's doing a lot, okay? It's got a lot going on. But with a lot going on, there are a lot of really juicy theories that are already starting to kind of, come out of the craziness that we got in these first 2 episodes. And the one I want to talk about today is, who is Teen? Because we think we all know who Teen is, right? Like, we kind of got it figured out. The internet seems to have decided that this is who it is. There's been, rumors and leaks that he could be somebody. But given how much of a question it's really presented as at the beginning of these 2 episodes, I don't know. I think maybe we might think that Teen is somebody, but they might be pulling a Ralph Boner on us, okay? Look, they've been known to do it before. So I'm going to break it down in kind of 2 to 3 theories. It's really 2 theories, but maybe a third theory, and maybe all of them are kind of mixed and it's all the same, because you never know what they're going to do. First up, Teen is Wiccan. That's right. Wanda's son, Billy. So much of the first couple of episodes has to do with the fallout of WandaVision. Wanda has become something of a bad name, and the town itself is dealing with kind of the post-trauma of being held under her spell for so very long. Even in Agatha's own mental prison, Wanda is very much present despite not being physically present, but also being, dead. Presumably dead. And the fact of the matter is, Teen is presented to us as somebody who has the ability, the strength, the power to break Wanda's spell. Now, Wanda, let's be real, the most powerful individual in all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe is Wanda Maximoff. That's just true. And so it stands to reason that perhaps the only one that would be able to break her spell, especially after she died, something that Infinity War implied was a very, very difficult thing. I mean, couldn't it be that her own creation would have the ability to do so? Ultimately, that's what the twins are, right? They're creations and extensions of Wanda's power. And if, in fact, this is Billy, the power of the Scarlet Witch might in some capacity live on in him, even after his mom kicked it. But okay, right, so let's just say this is Billy, right? I mean, let's just say that. Why on earth would he want to go and help Agatha? What's the benefit? Agatha's the bad guy in his mind, right? Well, he doesn't necessarily want Agatha. What he wants is access to the Witch's Road. If Billy is alive post-Wanda, and only because of the unique connection of the power set, it's very possible that he's looking to use the Witch's Road to save, resurrect, recreate, whatever the right phraseology is, his brother Tommy, who doesn't have access to that magic, to that chaos magic. But perhaps through the Witch's Road, he can restore his brother Tommy, and we could get the introduction more realistically of Billy and Tommy Maximoff into the world of the MCU. Future Young Avengers, ready to throw down, right about the right age set. It'd be great. So that's what we all think, right? Right? Wrong. Theory number 2. It is heavily implied in the first couple of episodes that perhaps Agatha had a child of her own. We see the hair that she carries around in her locket. We see that when she's in the mental prison that Wanda created, she even has a room in her house where there is like toys and a teddy bear and all of these things that imply that at one point she had a child. April Ludgate, when she pops up, she's like, oh, this is another child sacrifice. Oh wait, was that April? The concept of child sacrifice comes back out. Oh, is this another child sacrifice? The notion, perhaps, is that she had a child that she had to give up in order to get the power that she has. Maybe even the power of the Darkhold back when she had it. Could it be that Teen here is actually her child and is being dangled in front of her, much like she did the same with Wanda's children in the first series? Of course, who's doing the dangling? Well, that's April Ludgate, right? I mean, that's who's doing it, because she's Mephisto, right? Maybe that's too many people are already talking about that. But here's the third one. She's not Mephisto. Teen's Mephisto. I do think there's a strong possibility that Teen may in fact be the villain of this entire series. Like, his motivations are never fully clearly made known. There's a lot up front that is there to get you to like him and trust him. And I think even the fact that all of us instantly, as the casting was announced, thought, oh, perhaps this is Billy. Perhaps this is Wiccan. And yet the mystery remains. There is, of course, the giant M that shows up over his mouth whenever he tries to give any of his lore backgrounds. Again, that could just mean that someone else has cursed this entire situation. Looking at you, April Ludgate. Or it could be that he's cursed himself. Or it could be an amalgam of all these. Maybe he is a tool of Mephisto. Maybe he is Mephisto himself. Maybe he is in some capacity a recreation of the child that either Agatha gave up or never had. And through the machinations of Mephisto will then be used as a vessel to become Billy. We're dealing with magic. We don't have to explain it, y'all. I mean, it's just they can do whatever they want. But I don't know. What are you thinking? Will Teen ultimately become Wiccan? Are we looking at Billy here? Could he actually, in fact, be Agatha's son? Or is he Mephisto all along? Put it in the comments. Let's talk about it.